Hey everyone, we're doing something a little bit different this week because we had some bonus content that we weren't sure how to use. Also, we got on a phone call to catch up and to talk about the Instagram page and talk about season 2 and the future of the show. Without further ado, enjoy the episode.
All right. Hey, fam.
Yo,
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 so how have you guys been?
been doing all right, I would say. Andy, what about you?
yeah, I've been good. Maintaining, managing.
That's good.
I think we're all like in this place of just kind of like it's
It is what
normal
it is.
now.
Yeah.
It's pretty normal, so it's just kind of routine at this point.
How is it? How do you feel like things have changed since the last time we spoke about it?
I haven't really seen anyone in a while, like within a respectable distance. Uh,
Yeah, I like
and I
I
haven't
went
left the house.
to I went to a friend's house the other day, but we were like hanging out outside, and luckily it was a nice day out. So we were just like hanging out in her front yard and like just sitting far apart. But that's like the as in person of seeing someone besides doing like Zoom calls or house party calls, stuff like that,
Yeah.
which
Other
are
than
very
Zoom
fun.
calls. Yeah, no, that's been working out well. If I didn't have that, I'd be going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've
same.
been biking a lot because it has been nice out when it's not raining.
Yeah, and Andy, you got a e-bike.
I got an e-bike. I've been eating all over the neighborhood. It's got a little bell. I put a speedometer on it. Max speed is 20, but I don't care.
Hey, that's not bad. I mean, you're adding speed to it, so
I'm doing most of the work.
For sure.
yeah. Mason, what about you?
Me, I've so my parents, I have a kind of a big family, and a handful of them are in the area. So like today, sat around a big circle with family members for an hour or two
Oh wow.
for my nephew's birthday, and there's no physical contact, but everybody's just sitting around looking at each other, and it's definitely weird because like I don't know if you guys have felt this at all, but I want to hug my niece and nephew, but I can't, and I just feel so weird about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
I'm
anybody
planning on going home Sunday for Mother's Day.
Oh wow.
And I'm not going to be able, I'm going to just, wave from outside and drop some flowers off and be like, all right, well, I'm out. Sorry, I can't give you a hug.
Oh man.
It's so odd.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to do that for my mom. I wasn't even thinking of that. It would just be nice to like see my parents, but like I driving an
It's a bit
hour
of a
and a
trip for
half
you. Yeah.
is like a lot.
My parents, luckily, are about, I would say, 45 minutes up the road. So, and my sister and her family are about a half hour up the road. So,
So you got them
like,
close.
luckily they're within reach. But I would say 2 or 3 weeks, the whole family, which is 5 kids plus 5 more like spouses on a Zoom call with my parents, which gets crazy with all the nieces and nephews just going just
Yeah.
uh so it's been interesting, but I definitely feel a little bit more optimistic now than I think I did when we did our last call. Would you guys
Yeah.
feel that way? Do you guys feel that way?
Optimistic in terms of like,
Like, it's I was feeling very down I would say the last time, and now I feel a little bit more like, it is bad and it's scary, but I guess I kind of see a light at the end of the tunnel a little bit, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that.
It feels a little bit more positive than I think last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
also with
wonder
the
how much of it
weather.
is just, well, that too. Yeah, for sure. I know that affects me a lot, but I also wonder
Yeah.
how much of it is just us adjusting to
Yeah,
a new normal.
I think it's definitely us adjusting for sure. And that too, Mason, like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, as well as a mix of like the weather changing. I don't know, there's just like a lot of new like habits kind of like coming into effect. Like now it's kind of more normal to compared to like do X, Y, and Z when you go into an establishment, or when you leave the establishment. It's kind of just like it's becoming more second nature, where before it was like a huge shock
Yeah.
and change for us. But I mean, it's early May. We're still not back in our offices. Things are still not back to normal. I mean, people are itching to return to those
To anything.
forms.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, June is when things are pretty gonna go, I would say, back to normal, but with like new habits. So going into the office and wearing a mask, or like maybe not handshaking, and more practices of like not like touching your face at work or something, or like, just being more bacterial conscious for the time being.
Bacterial conscious. I like that.
I mean, I think about it
Get
all
that
the time.
trending.
I'm using a work computer, and I still, I mean, not that I wasn't before, but like it's not my computer, so I have to make sure I'm like washing my hands and keeping them clean when using them at the computer. Not that I would do that at work too, but it's still like, practicing that at home.
I feel like things are gonna start to go like even like 25% back to normal, I would say in the next maybe month or two. I mean, I think my original estimate was probably July. Um and maybe that's true, but I definitely feel I feel better about it, and but I've had a lot of I've really enjoyed working from home, but then there are some days where it kind of feels a bit monotonous, and I sometimes I just feel like I'm doing a lot of the same things,
Yeah, same.
and which is hard. But I feel lucky that I have the opportunity to do what I can from home. So,
Yeah, for
Same.
sure.
so Hannah, can you briefly explain what we're gonna do?
Okay, so the game plan for today's episode is we're actually giving you a 2-for-1 special.
Ooh.
Buy one get one
Uh,
free.
buy one, get one. It's a BOGO, guys.
It's a BOGO sale.
It's wild. So what happened was when we pre-recorded these back in November, Mason had, what was it, a deck of 10 cards that you given us?
I think we agreed that we could try and do 8 episodes, and so but the night before I came up with 10 license plates in case there were some failures, or like some ones that just weren't that good,
Yeah.
like some ones that we could burn. And luckily that's exactly what happened, because we ended up with two of them that were kind of, they were good, but I mean, as Hannah will explain, they just weren't full episodes.
Yeah. The rest were full
Yeah.
meals. This one is a little appetizer.
It was funny, like when we get these cards, as you've been listening, we get the card, we open it, we read out what the letters are, and then figure it out. And like sometimes they were just like, all right, I know what this is right away. And, Andy and I get a little bit too excited and giddy with our responses. And, for instance, with these two, we just went straight for the punch because we just couldn't resist it.
Right for the throat.
I remember for the first one, I it took me a really long time individually to figure out what it was. And so I thought, and I think I might have said this, but I felt like it was going to take you guys a little bit of time to figure it out, and maybe it would take the audience some time to figure out. But I think as you'll hear, it really didn't go that way at all, and I was just alone in not figuring it out quick enough. And
Yeah.
it kind of just spiraled after that. Because I think you made a comment, Hannah, about it, and I was like, oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
It was too easy. It was just like, all right, let's just play right now.
yeah, and there wasn't. I don't think there was enough to make it your own. You know what I mean? It was just like it was too straightforward. And it was, and I think we all realized really quickly, like, oh shit, like this isn't gonna work. uh, what do you guys remember about it?
Yeah, no, exactly that. It was. I mean, I saw it immediately. I think Hannah did too, and we're like, okay. Well, I don't. Now that we see that straight up, I don't know what else
Yeah,
we
I
can do
mean,
with it.
it's like any license plate. Like even when you're driving on the road and you see it, you say it right away because it's that obvious. And
Yeah.
I mean, I think what's funnier about the way that we deliver these guesses and these puzzles, we could say, or is that like there's more of an imagination going on. So when you see the license plate, you can picture maybe like obviously you see a different kind of car. For instance, last week's episode with Bro Pro, I mean, you could it was like exactly the car that you would think it would be. It would be like it was a convertible and it was a red hot convertible, and you're just painting this picture for yourself. So when you see, for instance, these kind of cars, these license plates, like you're gonna picture something totally different than we are seeing and then what it was in person. So
Yeah, it's creative license. Well, things that have no correlation with what the plate might say, although it could have correlation with who's driving the car, and in turn, something that they would put on that plate. So actually, yeah, it's all connected. This is all a big web of information that we have going on in our heads at all times. It's some complicated stuff.
imagination.
So
It's called imagination.
So the first one, yeah, it was. I think it was like in the middle of the recording session, so it was kind of like, okay, we got one to burn, let's throw it, and then we did a couple more episodes, and then after the ninth recording, which you all will hear as the season finale, after this current episode, we had one card left over, and that's the second recording in this double episode. And I think we all were just kind of loopy because you can see when you look at the whole tracking session in Logic, like everything's pretty calm, and then this final recording, you can see all the waveforms just peaking because I think we were all just like losing our minds. It was like probably 11 o'clock. We're like all ready to be done. It was a lot of yelling.
Yeah.
And
that's basically brain waves that you're looking at.
Yeah, exactly. And I just remember we were just trying to have fun with it because I think we all felt like we got everything recorded. Let's move on. Like let's end this with a bang. And I think that's kind of what came across in that recording.
Yeah, we were definitely like at this point we were just like everybody just throw something at the wall.
Yeah.
Let the dogs loose.
Just let the Baja men out.
Yeah. Exactly.
it's time. It's time.
Yeah, once we hit that loopy point.
That's magic hour.
Yeah.
I think it had been like 3 or 4 hours. It was late. I think it was either like a Tuesday or a Thursday night, and
We started quite late.
yeah, we started late because we were I think we were grubbing and like just we're just fooling around, but yeah, it was just a good way to kind of decompress, and we didn't even waste time trying to trying to go out. I think we were all just like, let's just do it. What do we got? And we, like you said, we threw it at the wall. So that's what you're gonna hear. And I think last but not least, we want to talk about obviously the Instagram page and submissions and the future of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it yet, please visit us at Road Decoder on Instagram, where we are now posting new episodes, just like the releases of the actual photos. So all these cars that we talk about, you will now see the photographic evidence of what we're talking about. Andy and I are definitely not seeing a photo of these cars, not until like afterwards. So some of these cars is our first time seeing them on the Instagram account. And then we're also featuring some other license plates that all of us have collected, and maybe they're ones that are not appropriate for the show because they're either way too easy or a little too obscure. And we'll be posting those weekly. And then we are also accepting submissions. So if you have a license plate that you want to share, send us a message. Send us what you think it is.
Get in on the action. See something that's perplexed you driving around town. See a plate that doesn't quite make sense, but you feel like it should. Send it our way.
See something, say something. But to Road Decoder.
Exactly.
So after all this quarantine is over, we're going to be back in the studio recording new episodes for you guys. We'll be doing new things. We're going to have more guests on the show this season. We're going to talk about more things than just license plates. Who knows what, but we have a plan. I hope you guys like it, and it's going to be great. So I hope you guys enjoy this BOGO episode, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
We're rolling.
6 or 9.
That is 6. Okay, let me hear those mics.
Test.
Tippy toes, tippy toes, tippy tippy toe toe.
Have you ever seen Tiptoes?
Is that a movie?
I think it's called Tiptoes.
Oh my gosh!
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, dude, Daniel Tosh is.
Oh my god.
Wait,
dude,
what?
I could talk all day about that.
But you've seen it, right?
I have not seen it, but I've seen his.
Dude.
Spoiler alert.
Can we have a screener in here?
That is
that
one of the most
movie
ridiculous movies.
Is incredible.
Where can I see this?
It's probably all the copies are probably in a landfill now, but
Oh
Yeah,
god.
as they fucking should be.
it's yeah, I'll let you know after this. It's beautiful, beautiful.
I just gotta find the photo. Give me 1 second.
Actually, let me pull it up.
Hey, 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 hey.
Okay, my photo isn't great, but we're gonna do with it what we can. All right, we're rolling. You guys ready?
Y'all.
Wait, one second.
Oh wait.
It got a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Hannah, we could have a long talk about this.
This is
before we get lost in the sauce.
okay. Yeah, I'll play it after.
Okay. I just gotta make sure I can figure out what car this is. Okay. Welcome back, everyone, to Road Decoder. Today we've got Hannah and Andeshay again,
Shalom.
Yep.
and the card number today is
6.
card number 6.
Card number
6,
six.
6.
All right,
6.
let's hear that beautiful ASMR card opening sound.
Yes, let me ruffle it for you.
We're all here just for that.
Crinkly.
Okay, the plate is HRY PTR.
Damn.
HRYPTR. So,
Okay.
before I say make and model, I'm going to ask about the color.
Okay.
What is the color of this vehicle?
Is it a broom?
Is the make and model broom?
You're really killing my show here, guys.
Is it a Nimbus? Yeah.
Do you guys
Maybe a
want to do a different one? I was hoping for some reason you wouldn't get it. I don't know
Oh
why.
yeah, I guess we kind of spoiled it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing. We've got spares.
Let's do the spare.
Let's do the spares. Okay. Here, I'm rolling.
Are you really?
I'm rolling.
Okay. All right. What do we got here?
So explain to us what you're doing right now, Hannah.
I'm opening a brown envelope that you handed me.
What is
And
the card number?
The card number is 8. So if 8 is 4 plus 4,
Okay.
just letting you know if you don't know math.
Thank you.
Okay, so I open the letter, this little letter folded piece of paper that says TM2BFT. What the fuck does this mean?
So this one I was trying to figure out on the fly. What's your best guess off the top of your head? I have it. If you can't, it took me some time.
I don't know, maybe time to be fit.
Time
to be fit.
Time to be fit.
That's it.
Fuck you.
Just be fit.
That's so like California right there.
I-
It's time to be fit, guys. Get your fucking act together.
I like to.
I'm gonna drive
imagine-
my car away.
I like to imagine it's the person getting in the car and they're like, man, I've been walking, I've been exercising. Dude, it's time to be fat.
Fat. Yes.
It is fat time, dude.
Oh my God.
Time to be
fat.
fat.
Blah.
I'm gonna sit in the traffic for 2.5
Or
hours.
they're on their way to In-N-Out. It's
No.
Cheesehead.
It's cheese.
And dude, he's like, it's time to be fat, dude.
and he's gonna go
Fat.
to Dunkin' afterwards.
Fat Sal's Deli.
Dude, he's trying to get a fat burger.
Time to be fat.
Time to be fat.
TM2 could be a Pokemon thing. I
It
don't
could
know
be
that
what?
one is.
HMO1. Could be cut or fly.
I hope not. What a waste of space. I love Beef It though. I hope Beef It's in there somewhere.
Time to beef it.
It's just Beef It, bruh.
It's
Beef
like
it.
it's like when they're about to butcher a cow. They're like, "Yo, we need to beef this." Yo, just go ahead and beef that cow real
Yeah,
quick.
Just beef that
I'm
shit,
just
bruh.
gonna, carve it.
Yo, just beef that up, dude.
Just
Yo, that
carve-
cow, he's a real cow right now, but he needs to be beefed, dude.
Dude.
You need to beef him.
beefed and then jerked.
Yeah, he
Dude.
needs to get beefed and jerked up,
I
dude.
woke up this morning, just beefed in my bro's face, dude.
He's like,
Straight
no,
up.
dude.
What are you doing, bro?
Don't beef me, dude.
Nah.
Or it's like somebody who's like just really wants to get in a fight, and he's like, dude, it's time to beef with someone.
I'm trying to beef.
You trying
got-
to beef
You got beef,
in
man?
traffic?
Time to
Give
be
me a
fight.
fucking. I'll give you some beef.
Or
What
it's
kind-
like,
how do you like your beef?
dude, beefed.
Beefed.
I like it fucking med rare.
I like it.
Med
Well
rare.
done.
Too mad
Oh, you
to
do
beef it.
Oh, too mad to beef it.
Too
Mm.
mad.
To beef it or to
To-
beef it?
Too. Yeah, that's
There's no D.
Just two.
two. Just two.
Trademark.
I like the idea of it like being like time to,
Oh yeah.
you know, like big fucking I
Treat.
don't know, tree.
Big fucking treat.
Or I wish it was an L. It's like, dude, it's time to eat a BLT, dude. It's time to BLT.
Time
Time
be
to bolt.
farts.
Time to
BLT
bolt.
hour. Trademark to Beef Town.
Dude. Dude, Beef Town, dude.
Take me to Beef Town.
Take me to Beef Town.
Take
dude,
me to Beef
it's definitely
Town.
Cheesehead.
That's Cheesehead's brother.
Dude, that's Cheesehead's cousin. Because it's in California.
Take me to Beef Town, baby. In and out.
Dude, it's time for the double, dude. All right, thanks for listening to this bonus episode. Bye-bye.
Road Decoder is a production of Rixie, hosted by me, Hannah Weber, and Andy Yazdani. Produced, edited, and mixed by myself and Mason Carlton. Special thanks to Mike D, Danny House for eating our za, Maddie Lemelin, and PWR Studios. Thanks for listening. See you next time.